Okay, boys, here are some of the questions connected with your first unit carbohydrates. Let's see one by one and try to answer them. I think you know very well about this. The first one, the general formula of monosaccharides is CnH2n ON. Okay, so suppose if you have C6H12O6, this is the general formula of sucrose. So within that we have glucose. Within that we can have several isomers. Okay, suppose if you put it like this, C12, it becomes C12H2 and ON. So this all become wrong. This is also wrong, and this is also wrong, and this is also wrong. So the general formula is A. Okay. So the next is the general formula of polysaccharides. Polysaccharides, I think we have seen. C6H12O6 is monomer. Okay. A dimer, C12H22O11 was there. Now we saw this as the sucrose. So this on hydrolysis actually give glucose. Hydrolysis gave glucose. So remember that, gave glucose plus fructose. Okay. So by that way, the general formula of polysaccharides, it is not more than 2 units. Poly means, it is having more than 2 units. Therefore, it should be connected with N. But you can see that it is C6H12. C6H12 general formula of polysaccharides. So it's N times. So you can see which you can eliminate. C6H10, there is all are 12, right? So C6H12 O5N, this is the right answer there. B is the right answer there. C6H12 O5N times. Because you can see that we have the glucose as C6H12O6. So one of the oxygen is removed, and there is linkage formed by that. To linkage used for polymerization. Okay, so it goes by that particular formula. Okay, the next question is the aldose sugar. So you should see that aldose means it is we already considered it as something which is aldehyde in nature, as opposed to ketose, in which you have keto group there, and here you have aldehyde group. So aldehyde group we considered as something which is also a reducing sugar. We have often seen because of the presence of the C double bond OH group like this. Therefore, this is the right answer there. A is the right answer there. Ribulose, erythrulose, dihydroxyacetone are all higher sugars. Okay, and then quick on similar classification, we see that triose sugar is glycerose, ribose, erythrose, fructose. So you see the fructose, I know you can eliminate one by one. Fructose already had C6H12O6 and it had a keto group, therefore it doesn't it is having 6 groups there, so it should be hexose. Okay, so it's asking triose, you should have only 3 units. Okay, so 3 units means ribose is also a penta sugar, so it is a 5 units. Erythrose is also a 5 unit sugar, so this is the only option left there. So triose, a triose sugar is a glycerose, so it's a new kind. It's not in your syllabus, but you have to just try to I think it is for yes. It's just try to eliminate something. So ribonucleic acid, by which means we have DNA and RNA are all having some kind of sugars. Okay. So the next question is 5. Pentose sugar. It's very quick, easier one. It's asking which is having 5 ring. So dihydroxyacetone is not there. You can always draw. Dihydroxyacetone is very easy to write, right? Dihydroxyacetone, CH3, COCH3, that is acetone. So what it is asking is a kind of sugar like this. So this is removed and you got here you got OH there, CH2 OH here, 7 hydroxy, and CH2 OH here. It's a dihydroxy. So it doesn't go for this 5. So the only option left is ribulose. You have ribulose. We have already seen somewhere in the top. It's having a penta sugar. Ribulose are having, this is 5. Okay. So ribose and ribulose, they have the same thing. So this is it. Erythrose and glucose, these have 6 carbon atoms. Therefore, they don't. They belong to hexose unit. And here you have only B as the option. Okay. Now going over to the question number 6. The pentose sugar present mainly in the heart muscle is A. Lysose, B. Ribose, C. Arabinose, D. Xylose. It's a kind of general knowledge question, but I'm just including because you must know it is a heart muscle which helps in flexibility and many histological functions. So A is the right answer there. All these are inside some other type of blood and other related type of uh, sugars there. So the pentose sugar present mainly in the heart vessel is like so. This is not usually asked, but it is important that you you know the answers for that. Okay. The next is polysaccharides. The name itself says it's a polysaccharide. It's a polymer, and it's not an acid. It's not a protein because proteins are polyamino acids. So these are polypeptides. This is quite close to that polypeptide. Polypeptide is different from polysaccharide. So polypeptide is protein, polysaccharide is a polymers, and it's an acid. It's not acid. It's not oil. Here you must know that oils, we slightly classify them as hydrocarbons, and we do not confuse hydrocarbon with carbohydrates. These two are different things, and in carbohydrates we have hydroxyl groups like that. Okay, the number of isomers in glucose is, remember the formula that we discussed about in the discussion. The number of formula is 2 power n. How many asymmetric carbon atoms you have? 2 power n. N is the number of asymmetric carbon atoms. Asymmetric carbon atoms. You have seen that, and we also call it as the chiral center. Remember that? So chiral center, there are about 4 different four different centers in glucose. Okay, the glucose has 4 different. So that 4 I am including here. So 2 power 4 times is equal to 2 into 2 into 2. Therefore, it is 16, and that answer is here. So you have D as the right answer. Okay. Then the ninth question is there. So for the ninth, I think you have 2 sugars which differ from one another only in configuration around a single atom are termed as 2 sugars which differ from one another. Okay, so listen to very carefully. Only in configuration around a single carbon atom as termed as epimers, anomers, and optical isomers and stereoisomers. So this is a very close call. Okay, so I think we have seen the anomers in the previous session. We have seen about the anomers. In the anomers, you have COH on the right side. What happens is, during the treatment, the ring opens. Okay, the ring opens, and then you get OHC, something like this. That's an isomer, but and it is connected with only one carbon atom. Okay, then you have optical isomers. It doesn't go well, and stereoisomers are mirror images which are superimposable, and which are not superimposable means it is isomers. Okay, so here you have the epimers as the right answer, and then isomers differing as a result of variation in configuration of the OH and H. This is also quite same type of questions. You can see that it is epimers again, result variation configuration. So because you have OH on the right and OH on the left, 2, 3, 4 glucose atoms, and even if they are included in the fifth carbon atom, it is also an epimer. So ionomers is only for one carbon atom. You have the same repetition there. It's not a stereoisomer and it's not an optical isomer. Okay. So here we go to the next question. Question number 11. The most important epimer of glucose is glucose, right? Important is epimer of glucose is galactose, fructose, arabinose, and xylose. So xylose is a polymer; it's not doesn't come there. And then arabinose is a 5-membered ring, and glucose is this is 5-membered ring, and this is 6-membered ring, and this is also an ketoisomer. So the only option left is the galactose there. Okay. Now comes the next question, 12. In 12, you have alpha D-glucose and beta D-glucose as I think you know what alpha means. In the alpha we had the OH on the right side, and in the beta we had OH on the left side. So this is an epimer or anomer. This is an anomer. Just a minute. It's an anomer, and it's not keto-aldo pair. Keto-aldo pair is the glucose plus fructose, keto ionomer pair. So stereoisomer is not the mirror images. So epimers, just some other change in the OH. This is also isomer and this is also isomer. But the thing is, when you have carbon and hydrogen on the right, OH on the right side, and carbon and OH on the left side, this is right side and this is left side. That we call it as the ionomers, and it is across single carbon atom. Therefore, the right answer is the ionomer. Okay. And then coming to question number 13, you have alpha D glucose is having a rotation of 112 degrees. This should actually be something like a degree there, 52.5 degrees. It's not 50, it is degree, giving us to 19 degree beta minus D plus D glucose and glucose above repression represents optical isomerism, mutarotation, epimerization, D and DL isomerization. So what is the answer? The answer is let's say it's a optical isomerism actually, but it represents that you have alpha glucose. You have alpha glucose with an optical rotation of plus 112 and another isomer at plus 52. When you just put it, they rotate equally and get 19 degree. So that is mutarotation only. And sometimes I told you if they cancel each other, we can also have mesomerism. The process is known as mesomerism. So the answer is mutarotation of glucose. Optical isomerism is also within that, but because of that fallout, we get this. So you have to be very careful in choosing between A and B. Even if you choose the right answer A, it may be slightly right, but it's not quite a correct answer because here you get the process. The process is 112 degree plus 52 degree giving rise to 19 degree. So it's an optical rotation and it's a cancellation that results in the mutarotation of the glucose. So D and L isomerism are different, relative isomerism are different. Then question number 14. Compounds having the same structural formula but differing in spatial configuration. Of course, stereoisomers is quite clear. Okay, spatial. So I told you that spatial means it is a derived form of space. That is how they are arranged. Space arrangement in the space. Okay. So that is a stereoisomer. For example, if you have C, OH may be written like this. The next carbon atom OH may be written like this. In the next carbon atom OH may be written like this. In the next carbon atom OH may be written like this. So the changes may occur. So in the next you can have OH here, in the next you can have OH here. So this can change over there, this can change over. So this is the kind of spatial arrangement that you get. So therefore you get the So ionomers is only across one carbon atom. Optical isomer is general optical activity. Epimers is not the right answer there. So it's an isomer. So you have close answers within for everything. So you must be very careful with that. Okay. So the next question is, in glucose, the orientation of H and OH groups are around the carbon atom phi adjacent to the terminal primary arc. Glucose, the orientation H and OH groups are around the carbon atom phi adjacent to the terminal primary alcohol carbon, determines what D and L series, dextro or levo rotatory, alpha and beta numbers and episomers. So what it is asking is, so you have in glucose, we just can try to write these 5 atoms like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. This is it. So it's 5. So it is asking. So the numbering is something like this. One. Okay, you can number it from the top: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 6 here. So in glucose, the orientation of the H and OH. Suppose if I write OH here and H here, the around the carbon dioxide adjacent terminal, they determine what it is. Dextro and levo rotatory, both are right answer. So you have D and L. This is the right answer. So if it is on the right, we have called it as the dextro. So this is the kind of relative configuration. You must know it is not optical isomerism. Relative configuration is with respect to glycerol, in which you have seen that OH, CHO, CH2, OH, so in which OH is on the right, CHOH OH is on the right. Therefore, we call everything that is on the right side, we just name it as the D. So D means dextro and L series. So both are the right answer there. So you can choose D or L series and dextro or levo rotatory. This is directly the isomer name. Here you have the D and L series is written. That means kind of configuration. It's not alpha and beta isomers. Some may come as alpha and beta isomers, but it's not the right answer. So the next part of the series is, 16 question number 16. The carbohydrate of the blood group substance, the here one, I think in the last few classes I told you about the blood groups that decides there. The carbohydrates of the blood group substance is sucrose, fructose, arabinose and maltose. These all don't come there, so it is fructose, because that decides the blood group. So you can refer to my previous slide there, where we have seen what decides the blood group there. Okay. Erythromycin contains, erythromycin contains dimethyl amino sugar, trimethyl amino sugar, sterol and sugar, glycerol sugar. These are all not there. So it's a dimethyl amino sugar. So it's a general knowledge question, not in your syllabus, but you can just remember it. So here's the right answer there. A sugar alcohol is, what is a sugar? Mannitol is a sugar alcohol. Trehalose and xylulose, the name itself says they are higher sugars, and arabinose is a 5-member drink, so that is also not there. Sugar alcohol. So something like all you have aldehyde getting converted into COH. So this is aldehyde group converted into alcoholic group. That is what is being called as sugar alcohol is mannitol. The major sugar of insect hemolymph. So this is a general question there. So you have remember it as a general knowledge question. I think sugar in most of the insects it is the trehalose. Glycogen is found in human beings. In eyes, it is found in the eyes, and pectin is another a kind of carbohydrate is amino acid. Protein. Sucrose, very well. Then the sugar found in DNA is of course deoxyribose, because that is how you call as the deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. So xylose, ribose and ribulose, they are all sugars. So deoxyribonucleic acid also sugar. It is found in CNA. So I think RNA is ribonucleic acid, and DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. So So I think we have seen a few questions and try to answer them. We shall discuss the next part, next few questions there in my next class. If you have any doubts, you can question me. Thank you for joining.